Leo, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you, no particular subject. We're going to do my version of the Celtic Cross. At the end there will be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node or Vertex, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your fifth house. This could be for you. Thank you for however you support the channel, very much appreciated. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box, including website link. Just hit the more button below. Happy birthday, Leo. We are well into Leo season now. Got the upcoming 8/8 portal. Always 6. Yeah, 2 days time. So yeah, exciting. How are you? Let's do one more. Okay, participating in life. What does that mean? We have the Two of Swords. Okay, some of you are holding back. What are you holding back on? Moon in Libra. The High Priestess meets Justice. In the Moonology, it's a win-win outcome is forecast and a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, where are you not participating in life? That was a strong message, and it feels like you're holding off here. For some of you, you're fine-tuning something. What are you fine-tuning? It's like being able to, she's closed off one sense by covering her eyes, but when we do that, our other senses increase. Something is fine-tuning. Interesting. Leo, very interesting. Crossing here. Root of the matter. Recent past. Ooh, I think there's a crumbling of a situation. This is a good thing. This is like anything karmic around you crumbling down. What do you want? What's coming in? Yes. Okay. How you see yourself. How others see you. Advice. Perfect. And potential outcome. Nice. Okay. Where do I begin? We have the Nine of Wands, another High Priestess, first of all whispering to Justice, then whispering to Temperance. With you guys, Strength and the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the Star, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Empress, Six of Cups, and the Tower and the Emperor. I knew it. There's so the reason why it's all, like I say, this is a crumbling of a karmic situation. It could be any situation, but it's whatever's reached its course is coming crashing down. And when I say crashing, I don't think it's literally, horrendous sort of breakdown. I think it could be old memories, that sometimes we get kept in a loop. And it's kind of like just a karmic loop. It's ego keeping us in a spin because the ego has one job to protect us, and the ego can protect us by doing only one thing, repeating what it already knows, whether that's good, bad, ugly. The ego doesn't know anything about doing something different. Everything, its interactions is based on experience. And this is the Six of Cups, is a card of nostalgia. Your advice is death. Your outcome, in the center of the outcome, is the Sun. Sun meets death, is the Sun in Scorpio, is the Six of Cups. So this is it's a crumbling. Everything is crumbling so that you really awaken to who you're supposed to be. And who you're supposed to be is represented here in the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is it's Chiron. For me personally, it's Chiron's for you guys in your ninth house of spiritual teaching, the gurus, the higher education, belief systems, those type of things. You know what? This is giving me a whole emphasis of, especially with the recent past, we've got the Chariot, which is the goddess Freya, but it's the horses in particular. I'm getting the energy of Rhiannon in the goddess of gods and guardians. I will read her before the end, but we'll go through this spread first. But this is what's happening here. You know, if we link these two cards into three cards, it would be Strength, which is your card, the High Priestess, and Temperance. This is strength, or should I say you being able to commune with the higher powers, being able to trust your intuitive gut, because energetically you're fire, so you're masculine based, and this is embracing the feminine within you and really, burning away anything karmic that's stopping that feminine rising. So if you think feminine rising is kind of, it's the stuff that's hidden. We're taught, ridiculousness with stories of Lilith, Mary Magdalene, all vilified, all those type of things, and they're really not true. And this is an emergence of breaking through those karmic energies and really embodying that sort of feminine aspect of selves, which we all have to do regardless of gender. The feminine is the hidden. It's the trusting the flow, tapping into the inner reserves rather than that dynamic masculine or do approach in life. So we've got the Two of Swords. Like I say, you're fine-tuning something here, maybe possibly holding back on something. I'm not too sure what that is yet. Crossing you is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles in the crossing position is possibly not quite seeing... how do I want to say? At the moment, everything is raw potential. And potential is wonderful, but potential needs action as well. And I know that's the masculine energy, but it's like... there's this kind of dynamic here where you want to either run before you can walk, that type of thing. This actually reminds me of when I first went to the jungle, to the Amazon, and did ayahuasca. There was a girl there. Was she Leo? She might have been Leo, and she'd done plenty of journeying with ayahuasca, and she was very frustrated. Her gifts hadn't come through, her psychic gifts, etc., etc., etc. And it was just a case of patience. It was going to come eventually, and this could be this type of energy. The gifts are coming through, but it only comes through when we really surrender and get rid of everything that's no longer... It feels like a karmic debris that needs shifting here. So whether something has happened that gives you the impetus as what needs to let go of, there is a combination in this spread. You'll have heard me say many times if you followed me for a length of time. I'll tell you now, your advice, like I say, is death. How others see you is the Three of Wands. Death and the Three of Wands. When I first picked up the tarot, I was teaching myself, and I came across one description of death and the Three of Wands. It was like everything in your life that is negative is getting removed. Brilliant. I used to pull it for myself all the time. Fantastic. Everything. So much left. It's things that you assume are going to be with you forever, gone. Changes, relationships, friendships, things, habits. I used to be very, very, very interested in food and things like that, which I still am to a certain extent, but not anywhere near. There was a whole process of loved restaurants, things like that, and now it's like, well, how much seed oil is in there? Everything has changed completely, and this is what's going on here. There's change, and now those subtle changes are now... you're getting rewarded with that, with some sort of divine gifts, which are coming through pretty strong. However, you are being shown one thing, and we'll get to in a second. Root of the matter is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo. The Magician meets the Hermit. Now, there's a couple of things that's given me here, because also the Magician is in your outcome. So the missing piece here is the Hermit, where we go within. Sometimes it requires us to literally disappear, to choose that we need this time to integrate these gifts, whatever it is. If this isn't anything to do with spirituality, this is trusting when you need to stop, when you need to pause, when you need to have a rest, when you need to say enough's enough before that next venture in your life. Now, Magician with the Ten of Pentacles here, Virgo rules your second house. Second house is how you value yourself. So this could be, charging what you're worth, putting your prices up in whatever aspect, if you're self-employed, or if, trying to seek out, a more higher paid job, or anything like that. And I know that's easier said than done, but sometimes you've got to, there's this weird dynamic here. It's like fearing putting your prices up, or fearing valuing yourself high for what other people think, yet the actual opposite is happening here. It's like you're being asked, if this was working for yourself, you're being asked to put your prices up, not because the universe wants you to earn a lot more money, but because you're going to have to take a time out, because there's more integration to do. So like, you put your prices up because you're doing less, and rather than putting your prices up to have the benefits of that. And like, it doesn't have to be permanent, but there's just something here about recognizing your value to rest, to work ratio. It needs adjusting in some format. It's the best I can't individually say you need to put it up by X amount, etc., etc. There's too many of you watching, but there's something here where you need to look at some sort of dynamic at play here. How much time, effort, energy expelled versus money coming in, etc., etc. And you need to find a balance here, because the universe is saying gifts are coming. It's going to be energetically a lot, because it is. You'll see me disappearing time after time, because there's integration or further learning, or different directions, and you need to really incorporate that to work. I hope you're keeping up with me here. Recent past is the Chariot. The Chariot is, like I say, Goddess Freya in this, but the Chariot is success, it's determination, it's willpower. So it feels like you've got certainly got the willpower, you've certainly got the dynamic at play to create. I think the biggest issue here has been your feminine energy, and the feminine energy is just the trust in the unseen. We're brought up basing on, like I say, science is king, and we've been proven time and time again now that, I think the conspiracy theorists are up about 27-0 at the moment. So, our belief systems are being shattered left, right and centre all the time at the moment. So there's just something here about letting go of control. What you want is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the Knight of Love. He's in love with love. But for me, it's like you want the gift. You want the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is just that combination of, we mentioned the vilification earlier. The Holy Grail is that combination of the energy of Jesus and the energy of Mary Magdalene, together, energetic yin and yang, a perfect blend. So you want that dynamic. It doesn't have to be within another person. We find it first within ourselves, and then energetically it comes through friendships, partnerships, vocation, love, whatever it is. What's coming in is the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is the leader, leads by example, but he's 2 parts Sagittarius, 1 part Shadow Scorpio. Your advice is Scorpio. So you're being asked about this shadow. The shadow is something to do with the dynamic between, the material world and the spiritual world. It's like making sure you remember you arrive with nothing, you spend life chasing, and then we leave with nothing. So making sure that what you're filling most is your soul rather than your pockets. So there's a little bit of a dynamic to work on that aspect. How you see yourself is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is Venus in Aries. It's the 1111 card. It could be happy times, celebrations, happy marriages. It's the home. It's a joyful card, but it's also that dynamic. Venus in Aries. The Empress meets the Emperor. The balance of the masculine and feminine. So you could be on that path, the path of ultimate fulfillment. How others see you is the Three of Wands. So you see yourself as the four, others see you as there's something missing. Now, I don't know whether you're the missing piece or there's something not quite right there. This doesn't have to be somebody else. This could be how the universe sees you. So we will look for the Ace of Wands in a second. The Ace of Wands could be what's been hit here with... for me, it's Gunya. Gunya is in a different... in the deck I'm using for the extended, the Nine of Wands hits its mark and Gunya always hits its mark. And the Emperor in that deck is Odin. Odin has the spear of Gunya. Your advice, Death, like I said, we need to look at this this transformative energy. Death is Pluto. Pluto is in your 7th house, transforming your relationships. So it got to 3 degrees and now it's retrograding back. I think it's roughly probably at 2 degrees now. So what's happened this year in your relationships? How have they transformed? Anything that was maybe missed has just been looking back on for the rest of this year. So to pay attention, any repeating patterns that has happened, especially when it comes to intimacy and diving deep, shadows at play, pay attention. They're all juicy. Your outcome, the Magician, the Sun, and the Queen of Cups. For me, this is clarity, manifesting your joy and happiness and becoming the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the healer. The Queen of Cups is the, she's very, very highly intuitive, highly psychic, plenty of spiritual gifts. So like I said, based on the girl that I was at the ayahuasca with, this would be the time when it all starts coming through. All that preparation, all that sacrifice, whatever you want to describe it as, it will pay off in this instance. So whatever it is for you, whether it's, how much time and effort you've put into creating your abundance, how much time and effort you've come to trying to really have discipline and control in your life, how much you've dived into the shadows, how much you've opened up your heart to opportunity, how much you've achieved your balance of your masculine and feminine. It's all going to be revealed in these gifts that are coming. So let's check out the Ace of Wands just to get this missing piece. And I also want to see where Temperance is. Okay. Hermit as well. So the Ace of Wands is with the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune. Oof. The Magician. Okay, we've got a lot to read here. How long are we? Oh God, we're gassing away, Gareth. So I want to read Rhiannon before I... There's also Magician in the herbal astrology. So the Magician is about master manifester. It's how you utilize the energy. So what is it? Do we have that determination? Do we have that ability to have the discipline, or do we fall back sometimes? Discipline is key. And Temperance is with the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Look what happens when you find your inner peace. Action. When you're calm and find your inner peace despite chaos of the world, that's when everything happens. That's when you're able to see clearly. You're able to see NPCs. You're able to see realize. And it's all because you've found that inner peace. Nothing disturbs Nothing can knock you off balance. And the Hermit is with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. So again, a lot of times we're our own worst enemies. I think you're being illuminated, because if you look, the Hermit normally in the decks is full of light, is full of vision. In this deck, he's holding a torch. Torch is artificial light. And I think you're breaking free from artificial light. That's that karmic energy. Anything artificial, anything false light, you're breaking free from, you're seeing it clearly, and you either no longer participate, or you just remove your energy. Your final card is the Three of Cups. So there is going to be celebrations, especially with the Chariot and the Magician being in your spread, which is the Three of Cups, Mercury and Cancer. Was that everything? Yeah, it was. So yeah, good things coming, indeed. Let me quickly read Rhiannon. Don't give up now, you can do this. Very much 9 of Wands. Rhiannon is a Welsh lady of the other world whose name means Great Queen. She features in medieval manuscripts called the Mabinogion. Rhiannon twice avoided arranged marriages and was falsely accused of murdering her own baby. Refusing to blame those who wronged her, she instead rose above adversity by taking command of her female power. Rhiannon worked from within an unjust social structure to improve her circumstances rather than trying to escape it entirely. That's the 9 of Cups and the Temperance card within the Knight of Swords. A goddess of strength and sovereignty, Rhiannon encourages to heal the inner victim. Her many symbols include the moon, white mares, moonstones, and white flowers. Interestingly, with the Magician and the Chariot being pulled apart here for the Three of Cups, there's something I came across the other day that was quite interesting. Apparently moonstone, if you wear moonstone, it really highlights those friendships in your life that are no good for you. So those that want to test that out, go for it. Beautiful Rhiannon rides in on a white horse, bathing you in her moonlit glow. She sees that you need a reminder of your inner strength. Jumping down from her saddle, she confidently takes your arm in hers as you walk together through a magical forest. It may feel as if life has stacked against you, or that your challenges are just too much to bear. I see the weight upon your back, the uphill climb, the obstacles in your path. Let's set your burdens down for a moment. As you gaze into my eyes, I invoke your great spiritual powers of endurance. Okay. Stay devoted to the path that's calling now. You're stronger than you know. Additional meanings. If you're feeling defeated or overwhelmed, ask for help. Don't let the past define your present. The relationship or situation requires your commitment now. Your current challenge holds a hidden gift. Challenges and adversity bring forth my majestic strength. So there's something that you've been gifted for the Death and the Three of Wands. We're rebuilding you, Leo. We are rebuilding you. Okay, in your extended, I want to see what the Queen of Cups has. There's a gift that's coming in. This Knight to the Queen. So say, for example, this is your intuitive capabilities is going from the Knight to the Queen. It's advancing. Again, it doesn't have to be intuitive abilities. You might be a psychic, too many of you watching, but something is improving. Okay, so we're going to take the energy of what this gift is, what we know, what we don't know, recent past advice and potential outcome. If you can show me, fantastic. If not, let me know if it resonates. Moon in Libra, Mercury in Virgo, Cancer, Venus in Aries, Sun in Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Moon in Sagittarius, Leo, Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, Sun in Scorpio, Aries and Scorpio, Aries, Swords, Cups, Wands, Pentacles. Everyone's here. Those are your standouts. Let me know. Take care. See you soon.